Greetings to all. Welcome to Future of Business Academy. Today we are going to discuss the daily current affairs of June 6. So today we are going to deal with the topic of Blaze Star, Mount Canlon, Nota, coalition government and recognition of political parties. So now we are going to have detailed analysis of these topics. Today our first topic is about Blaze Star. Under this we have to know first what is about the Blaze Star, their stellar components and the frequency and impacts. So Blaze Star is officially known as T Coronae Borealis, that is TCRB. It is a dim star located in 3000 light years away from our solar system. It is found in the constellation of Corona Borealis, that is in the northern crown. The Blaze star is a rare example of a recurrent nova occurring once in every 80 years. Now, the stellar components. The nova involves a binary star system comprising with a white dwarf and a red giant. The white dwarf draw material from the red giant, leading to the periodic explosive increase in brightness. Also, the explosion occurs when the red giant surface temperature escalates dramatically, causing it to the shield material onto the white dwarf, which then ignites a thermonuclear explosion. The upcoming stellar explosion is expected to be visible with the naked eye and shine as brightly as Polaris, the North Star, for about a week. Now, the NASA predicts the event to occur sometime between now and September 2024. The past notable eruptions of TCBR, that is, this Blaze star, were recorded in the year 1946 and in 1866, with the earlier documented observation dating back to that 1787 and 1217. So, what are the frequencies and impacts of this Blaze star? Nova like TCBR occur once every few decades to the century, differing from supernova in a scale, frequency, and consequences. Unlike supernova, novae do not destroy the star system but allow it to rest and repeat its cycle. So that's all from the Blaze star. Our next topic is Mount Canlon. It is a stratovolcano. So it is located in the north central portion of island of Negros in Philippines. It is the highest mountain on the island of Negros and the 42nd tallest peak on the island in the world. It is one of the active volcanoes in the Philippines and a part of the Pacific Ring Fire. So the volcano comprises a number of pyroclastic cones and craters. The summit of Canelon volcano at an elevation of 2435 contains a broad elongated caldera with a crater lake with a smaller but more attractive crater to the south. The base of the Canelon covers an area of 30 km into 14 km. It is underlined by tropical volcanoic materials composed of sheeted lava flows, lahar deposits, airfall tephra, and apron pyroclastic materials. It is a biological diverse and home to number of species of flora and fauna. The slopes are also headwater catchments of major river systems on the entire Negros Islands. The Canelon has erupted several times since 1886 and typically comprises phreatic explosions of small to moderate size that produce minor ashfalls near the volcano. Now we have to know about what is the phreatic eruption. The phreatic eruption is made up of a steam-driven explosion that occur when water beneath the ground or the surface is heated by the volcanic activity. The water, once heated, begins to boil or can even flash straight to steam, causing an explosion. Phenotropic eruptions can often precede, accompany, or follow a more traditional volcanic eruption. Groundwater can often be found near the volcanic vents, and as the magma rises to the surface of the earth, it heats the groundwater and causes the phreatic eruption. With this, we have to know about what is the stratovolcano. It is a tall, steep, and cone-shaped type of volcano. Unlike flat-shield volcanoes, they have a higher peaks, and their peak stratovolcanoes usually have a small crater. Their crater may be filled with water or ice, or it may contain a volcanic dome. During a period of relative inactivity, stratovolcanoes comprise the largest percentage of the Earth's individual volcanoes, and the most are characterized by eruptions and the site and desert lavas that are cooler and more viscous than basalt. So that's all from the Mount Canalon. Our next topic is nota. So we have to know about what is nota. It is a voting option on a ballot that allows voters to indicate disapproval of contesting candidates without choosing any of them. Nota empowers the electors to express their negative opinions and the lack of support for the contenders. It gives them the right to reject while maintaining the secrecy of their decision. When was it first it is used? The nota was used for the first time in the 2013 assembly elections in the 5 states such as Chhattisgarh, Mizoram, Rajasthan, Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, and later in 2014 in all general elections. So it was introduced into the electoral process following the 2013 Supreme Court directive in PUCL versus Union of India case. Does this nota vote counts? The Election Commission clarified that votes cast as nota are counted but considered invalid votes. Even if nota votes get the most number of votes in the constituency, the next candidate with the second most number of votes is declared as the winner. Therefore, the votes made to nota do not change the outcome of an election. Now, the Supreme Court is considered a petition to frame guidelines for the elections to be declared null and void if nota receives the highest number of votes in the constituency. With this, we have to know about the VVPAT. So, what is VVPAT? The voter verifiable paper audit trail. It is called as VVPAT. It is a system that provides a paper record of each vote cast, allowing voters to verify their selections and ensuring transparency and accountability in the electoral process. So that's all from Nota topic. Our next topic is about coalition government. Under this, we have to know about what is coalition government and their previous administration and also the notable reforms. So a coalition government or coalition cabinet is a government where political parties enter a power sharing arrangement of the executive. Coalition governments usually occur when no single party has achieved an absolute majority after an election. A party have not a majority is common under a proportional representation but not in the nations with majoritarian electoral systems. The first time the independent India saw the parties stitching up a coalition government at the center was in the year 1977, right after the emergency. So the first successful coalition government in India which completed a whole 5-year term was that Bharatiya Janata Party, which is called as BJP, led to National Democratic Alliance with Atal Bihari Vajpayee as Prime Minister from 1999 to 2004. Next, the Modi's first 2 terms saw several reforms such as introduction of goods and services tax and the creation of the insolvency and bankruptcy code. The PM Modi government failed to bring about the reform on land acquisition. During the second term, the Modi government could not convince farmers about the farm reforms and was forced to repeal them. These were the early regimes of the PM Modi's government. Now, what were the notable reforms brought by the previous coalition government? First, we have to see about PV Narasimha Rao government. So here, the biggest example of this whole host reforms during PV Narasimha Rao led government, which is essential a minority government. It discarded centralized planning and opened the Indian economy to global competition by removing the license permit Raj. The country also became a member of World Trade Organization. Next, Devagowda government. Here the minister P. Chidambaram came out with what is still referred to as the dream budget. It placed faith in Indian taxpayers and cut tax rates, both personal income tax, corporate tax, and custom duties. Next is Atal Bihari Vajpayee. It led to National Democratic Alliance, that is NDA government. India framed the fiscal responsibility and budget management law for fiscal rectitude and limited the government's ability to borrow both with prudential limits. The Vajpayee-led coalition further advanced the push towards disinvestment of loss-making public sector undertakings. The very first NDA also brought in the Information Technology Act in 2000 that laid the foundation for the bursting e-commerce giant in the Indians today. Next is Manmohan Singh government. So Manmohan Singh led United Progressive Alliance. That is one of the initiatives in the educational sector is Sarva Siksha Abhiyan to initiate the Right to Education Act. So Right to Information Act which boosted transparency in India's democracy and the right to food which ensured that no Indian should be hungry. So the United Progressive Alliance that is UPA bought Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Act that is MG Narega which provided minimum employment for the rural poor. So that's all from our coalition government topic. Our next topic is about recognition of political parties. So in this we have to know about how the national or state political party is getting its authorization and their requirements and also their advantages. So the Election Commission of India has laid down the technical criterion for a party to be recognized as the national state party in the election symbols reservation allotment order 1968 as amended from time to time. A party may gain or lose national or state party status from time to time depending on the fulfillment of this laid down conditions. Now, what are the criteria for a party to be recognized as a national party? So, a political party would be considered a national party if it is recognized in 4 or more states. Then, if candidates polled at least 6% of total valid votes in any 4 or more states in the last Lok Sabha or Assembly elections and has at least 4 MPs in the last Lok Sabha polls. If it has won at least 2% of total seats in Lok Sabha from not less than 3 states. The BJP, Congress, CPI, Bahujwan Samaj Party, National People's Party and other parties of the national parties now AAP satisfies the first criteria as it recognized as a state party in Delhi, Punjab, Goa and Gujarat. Now what is the requirement for a party to recognize as a state party? It must have 6% of vote share in the last assembly election and have at least 2 MLAs. So then if have 6% of vote share in the Lok Sabha elections from the state and at least 1 MP from that state, nearly 3% of total number of seats or 3 seats which is never more in the last assembly elections. At least 1 MP for every 25 members or any fraction allotted to the state in the Lok Sabha. Have at least 8% of the total valid votes in the last assembly election or Lok Sabha election from the state. Now we can say that DMK in Tamil Nadu, BJD in Odisha, YSRCP in Andhra Pradesh, RJD in Bihar, such as state political parties. So what are the benefits to the recognized parties? Do these parties enjoy a under the Representation of People Act 1951. If a party recognized as a state party, it is entitled for exclusive allotment of its reserved symbol to the candidates in the state in which it is so recognized. If a party is recognized as the national party, it is entitled for exclusive allotment of its reserved symbol to the candidates throughout the India. Recognized state and national parties need only one prosper for filling the nomination. They are also entitled for two sets of electoral rolls free of cost at the time of revision of rolls, and their candidates get one copy of electoral roll free of cost during the general elections. They can broadcast telecast facilities over Akashvani Doordarshan during general elections. A recognized national or state party can have a minimum of 40 star campaigns, and a registered unorganized party can nominate a maximum of 20 star campaigners. The travel expenses of star campaigners are not to be accounted for in the election expense accounts of candidates of their party. So that's all from the recognition of political party. So to read this document, you can visit our website. Our website link have been provided in the description. To get more daily current affairs videos, follow our YouTube channel, also our Telegram channel. Thank you.